If SAI was reborn with all his memories and power would, in my eyes, not only be pretty uniquely interesting among these stories in its own right, but also a chance to address the fact that despite having possibly one of my favorite power sets in the Naruto franchise, I very often forget about SAI. Aside from this, SAI is also one of the most spy and espionage/sabotage coded ninja in the verse, and he's also uniquely one of the only ones aside from maybe Sasuke who has lived up until the modern day Two Blue Vortex era, meaning he is armed with knowledge of all major threats, from Danzo to the Ōtsutsuki, and the catastrophic power of Omnipotence to at least some degree. Thus, his goal is no longer to just save Konoha, but to prevent the collapse of the entire world order, using a mature mind with elite Anbu skills and future knowledge, now inhabiting the body of an orphan child within the league. His first priorities would obviously be to expose Danzo and the operations of Root, as well as hopefully saving his adopted brother Shin. And now already having mastered the grueling training he was forced through once, SAI could now coast through it again, and instead, use the time and his superb stealth skills to do his best to ease the danger of the training for Shin and the other students, as well as hopefully building the ranks for his rebellion by getting stronger and evolving his own abilities with the experience of his past life, like for example, adapting some of Inojin's colorful beast mimicry techniques, and simultaneously expanding the bounds of what he can draw and emulate or animate. For instance, creating false tongues that could be hidden in the mouths of SAI and his fellow Root members, allowing them to pretend they have been marked with the cursed tongue eradication seal that silences them about the organization, and essentially turning them all into long-term moles, all of them thankful and loyal to SAI, and adding to the eyes and ears of his own intelligence network within Root, bent on its sabotage and destruction, as leaking all of this to the third Hokage would become infinitely easier and more believable, as it now isn't coming from just one weirdly genius and strong kid who seems to know about the future. An earlier disbanded Root and the removal of Danzo's influence also would mean that SAI could probably do whatever was necessary to secure Shin basic or even high-grade medical care, making it viable that his life is saved, and thus, it's almost like allowing a what if Shin was reborn or survived subplot in the story. This also pretty heavily impacts Naruto's upbringing in the village, since there would be no leak of his jinchuriki status, but this especially changes Sasuke's lot, since the Uchiha Masacre is more than likely averted completely, and the clan's connection with the village's strength as Danzo is exposed. All the meddling kids that did it like SAI are held as heroes and prodigies, not to mention in goodwill for the heroics in saving the clan and village from needless bloodshed, as well as to bolster the numbers and the perception of the clan. The Uchiha could also adopt or honorarily induct SAI, Shin, and their Root destruction network into the clan, essentially giving a way to make SAI fittingly a part of a stable, loyal, and highly analytical major Konoha clan, and Sasuke's adopted cousin, further balancing him out and averting his and Itachi's darker fates. We could also therefore see a stronger Team 7, with SAI remaining an honorary member and dedicated support. That's all the reduced casualties and increased village unity means better preparation for the future threats. This would also just be cool since it would by marriage connect Ino, Sakura, Sarada, and Inojin as part of the same clan. Plus, things like Pain's invasion is just less destructive, since Root agents are defending the leaf instead of sabotaging it. From there, due to SAI, the Fourth Great Ninja War begins with stronger intelligence and earlier preparation against Obito and the Akatsuki, with this trend continuing on against the Ōtsutsuki and even the godly powers of Shin Jutsu, thus making our main character here unforgettable. But this was only a single brushstroke of the story of